It is the Riot Podcast. This is the July 14th edition. July 14th, a special day because it's Isaiah's birthday. And so make sure you leave your comments, happy birthday wishes for Isaiah, even if you're listening to this well after July 14th. You know, a lot of people, I believe, seem to do that.
Well, whatever day you listen to this, that day is my birthday.
Yeah.
For you.
For you. After the show today, we get to go out and have a birthday lunch, brunch type thing for you.
Yeah.
And whenever we do that, everybody from the company, we all like split up into different cars. We all kind of ride together. We ride share. We carpool. Mm-hmm. Good for the environment.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite person to ride with?
That's a good question. Oh,
we
man.
Got, obviously, when Nikki was here in the building, you could ride with her.
Oh,
a lot of times she would drive solo.
Nikki was a solo girl.
Yeah.
Because she would leave afterwards.
Yeah, that's right.
She just came and go as she wanted. That's what Nikki did. She would just come and go.
You think she's gonna?
You didn't get to ride with her much.
You think she's gonna FaceTime into their birthday?
No,
lunch?
She's not showing up. She did text me and say happy birthday, so she's not fake.
Good.
She texted me, but yeah,
so we have Nene.
We got Nene,
who doesn't ordinarily drive.
No, he's a rider.
He's a rider.
He's in the vehicle with you.
We got T-Money, Tyler.
Big country.
Yep.
TK.
Also, I've never experienced him drive, but he's newer.
Yeah, he's not driving either. No, he's a rider.
We've got, who else comes?
Moneybags.
Moneybags, Chris, the engineer. That's right.
Yes, Moneybags.
Yeah. And I a lot of times wind up riding with Chris.
You ride with Chris a lot?
A lot of times, yeah.
And who I end up with?
Who's that?
The Sledgehammer.
Oh, Michael, the big boss man.
Big boss man, Michael.
Yeah.
I always find my way with Michael.
So you can always count on Moneybags, Chris, the engineer, or Sledgehammer Mike, the boss. They always drive. And so then you usually wind up with one of the two of them.
Yeah, you're always in one of those two cars. It's pretty much just like, have you ever driven?
You've ridden with me. Have you ever driven?
I've never driven.
Not if you weren't leaving afterwards.
And then I drive. I've never driven someone else. I don't feel like people trust me.
I'll ride with you today.
Get my car today?
Yeah, because we haven't spent enough time together. Mine is, I've got a giant mirror in the back right now. It's just, nobody can ride in it.
That's not like mine usually is. It's always stuff full of things. There's always like trash.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I also have a gas can in my front seat. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's
so there's
always
no
like
room
a
for any
mess.
other occupants.
Yeah, I've always got stuff in my car, so I feel bad. Michael's always
crystal clean. Yeah.
Same thing with Moneybags.
I think that's why I like Michael's the best.
It is. It's so clean.
You give me an option, I'm riding with the Sledgehammer. Although Nikki's was always so clean too.
Nikki's smelled.
I did get to ride with her. It smelled good.
I got to ride with Nikki a couple times.
Talking to smelling good. The right answer is Sydney.
Her
car.
Oh, we forgot about Sydney.
Clean and smells so good.
There's nothing in her car.
Yeah.
There's nothing in her car.
Not a single thing.
About that.
Except a Bath & Body Works air freshener that smells immaculate.
Whenever I've ridden with Sydney, I have felt bad getting into that vehicle because I'm like, am I too dirty to be in here?
You're gonna mess it up.
Like I'm worried the trash is gonna fall out of my pockets. And it's gonna land in her vehicle. Her car was so clean. It was intimidatingly clean. I'd never been in such a clean car. It smelled brand new.
Yeah.
And she'd had it for a long time. It wasn't like it was some new car.
Yeah, I feel like every time, because, we only have so many birthday lunches. I only ride with her so often. And every time I was like, is this a new car? Did you just get this? And she's like, no, it's 5 years old.
I've only ridden with Sydney a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Because I rode with her a couple times, but she was also more of a rider than a driver. She didn't want to drive.
No,
but sometimes we forced her into it. But yeah, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm driving. Everybody get in. I'd say nobody else. I don't think I have any room in the back seat, but you can ride in the front seat.
I'll ride in the tailgate.
Yeah, you ride in the back in the bed of the truck.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Oh yeah, the Sledgehammer.
That's legal in some places.
The Sledgehammer will be like, no,
yeah,
right away.
The wind blowing through his hair.
He'll lay it down right away.
Well, happy birthday. I can't wait for your birthday brunch. It's going to be real great.
It's going to be so good.
We already got to have IHOP pancake tacos for your birthday. You can find that food fight on the RadioU Riot Facebook page and YouTube channel. There's some birthday talk. Hopefully we don't overdo it in the podcast.
Overdo my birthday?
Yeah.
Well, that's not possible.
Not even possible.
They can just listen through. Today's about me, all right? Every other day is about the listeners. Today's about me.
Today's about you.
What do you want from me?
It is the Riot.
See you guys.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Good day and welcome to Friday on the show, but it's not just any Friday. It's Isaiah's birthday.
It's a day all about me. What better day could it be? I'm so excited.
Yeah, we needed a day all about you.
I've been waiting for this for a while. I've been counting down. My birthday's a big day for me. I know a lot of people hate their birthday. I love mine. And so for me personally, I've been counting this day down for a while. Looking forward to gifts from my family, hopefully. Friends, won't happen. And then possibly a night or two where I get to enjoy myself and celebrate myself.
Yeah. No, you should get it all. You left out co-host in the gift category.
Well, I'm not, yet again, we talked about this yesterday. You don't have to give me a gift.
Yeah, but it's too late because I've already bought you a gift card.
B-dubs, no way. So this is crazy because last night, this is perfect. Thank you. He gave me a B-dubs gift card. Last night, I almost ordered B-dubs, which I don't usually do. I was going to order
it was Boneless Thursday.
Exactly. And I almost ordered it last night, but I held myself back. I was going to do it, but then I was like, no, I don't need to. I have food here. I'm not going to order it. I'm going to save my money up, and then I'm really going to go all out for my birthday this weekend. And now I can save this for next Thursday, and I can order it.
And you could get like 50 wings, but, well, not that many, but a lot.
Honestly, I probably get pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. And I had B-dubs not that long ago. One of their 2 new flavors is pretty good. I can't remember. It's not the chili lime one. It's whatever the other new one is. It's the other new flavor?
Yeah. What's your go-to at B-dubs?
I a lot of times will get the orange chicken is one of the good ones. Okay. I like Asian zing as well.
So you have some weird flavors.
I don't just go the standard buffalo, but I don't do that really anywhere. That's just not what I prefer. And at Buffalo Wild Wings, their barbecue is okay, but it's not my fave a lot of the time. So then that leads me to some of the more unique flavors.
B-dubs has one of my favorite sauces of all time. And you should know what mine is because you've seen it in our fridge. Because I buy the B-dubs sauce. Put in my chicken all the time.
Yeah. Of course I know your favorite sauce.
You don't remember? It's in the fridge right now.
I definitely know that your favorite sauce is...
If you open the fridge right now, the Buffalo Wild Wings, a certain sauce of it is sitting in there, and it has been probably this whole year.
Yeah, of course. I've seen it in there. It's the garlic parmesan.
No, it's not garlic. Come on. It's bright orange. It's their medium.
Medium.
It's my go-to. I love, for whatever reason, I don't know why, I love the B-dubs medium. One of my favorite sauces.
Yeah. Well, now you can get a whole lot more of it.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome. I did consider after our conversation in the podcast yesterday, which you can subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts, I considered buying you like a unique gift instead. I had some ideas. Would you like to know what could have been?
What could have been? Yes, of course. That's what you want to hear.
First thing I thought of, popcorn popper.
That would have been a wild gift.
Yeah.
That would have been unique, a crazy gift. That would have been so unique.
Would you use it?
A popcorn popper?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good thing I didn't get it.
Good thing you didn't get it.
What about pocket watch?
I would have loved a pocket watch just because that would be hilarious. We talked about that before.
I thought about that, but where would I even get one?
Yeah,
Do they even make them nowadays?
An antique shop?
Yeah.
You walk into one of those?
What about a shoe shining kit?
That would have been hilarious as well. And I probably would have used them. My brother's wedding is next weekend.
Oh, you got to look good. I would have
shined them up.
And what about a voucher for kayaking supplies?
I thought you were going to say a massage, but kayaking supplies?
Yeah, just in case.
I like kayaking.
Yeah, I can't afford a whole kayak, so I thought the next best thing.
You know, my brother has a kayak, so maybe I should get one.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
That would be good.
I
wouldn't get you supplies, though. I'd get you a voucher.
A voucher.
For supplies.
Like a 20% discount.
Yeah.
I would have been down with that, too. That would have made me laugh as well. But I'm happy with the B-dub. This is the one that I will for sure use.
You can treasure it for at least a week. Just have it tempt you because you have to hold off. You can't just use it on any day.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be BOGO Thursday.
A special day. Yeah, it has to be BOGO Thursday. So.
Yeah. Well,
that or the pocket watch would have made my day.
Nobody does it better. The Riot Radio U.
Now, this is about as disgusting as it can get for me personally. I have a woman here from Australia. She's 43 years old. Her name is Davina. She has a hairball that's 23 years old. It just keeps growing, and she loves to bring it out and show it to her friends. How big do you think that hairball is? If
I
you had
can
to-
see
if
it
you had
on the
to-
video.
Yeah.
It's bigger than a basketball.
That's
the biggest thing that I can compare it to, probably. It is bigger than a basketball.
Clearly bigger than her head.
Substantially bigger than a basketball. Substantially.
It's like beach ball size. You think that's a pretty fair comparison?
Beach ball, like an inflatable beach ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beach ball size. That's how big it is. That's the best comparison that you can make.
And
it is beach ball size, blow up beach ball. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out where this all came from. Like, how did you get all this hair? Has she been slowly adding to it for 23 years every time she gets a haircut or something, or pulls the hair out of her hairbrush?
So what it's from, I knew exactly where I saw this. What it's from is when she's in the shower. This is what she does, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what girls do in the shower. I'm pretty sure. And you guys can text in and let us know, because clearly we're two men, so we don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure what girls do in the shower is their hair falls out, right?
Okay.
Like any animal, they shed just like we do.
Uh-huh.
And instead of letting it go down the drain,
they don't clog it.
They don't want it to clog the drain, right? So they smack it on the wall. And they save it all there.
Yeah.
And then when they get out of the shower, I'm pretty sure
they
throw it away, but she didn't throw it away.
No.
She started balling it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. She started saving it so it wouldn't clog the drain.
What's crazy is I think it makes more sense when you have this huge hairball, because then she gets out of the shower and she just smacks the huge hairball, right? Smacks it on there. But when you are starting this and you have this tiny little hairball, I think that might be even more gross.
Yeah, that's
like,
real
why
weird.
would you, like, you
the
don't even
first time.
Yeah, it's
the
like
second time.
Yeah, the second time you did it, you're like, what do you have going on here? Why do you have this tiny little hairball in your on your bathroom sink?
Yeah.
That's so weird because it means nothing. It's so little. Now she's a thing going, so it makes sense to smack it on there.
There has to be so many germs in this thing, though. Like, it just has to be so disgusting. I mean, it's obviously just gross to look at, and to me, to even think about, because this is exactly, I hate hair. I hate hair when it's not attached to a head, a body. If it's just floating about, it disgusts me, especially if it's wet, and especially if you've been saving it for 23 years in a bag that you can bring out and show to your friends. 23 years is a long time.
That's like I just turned 25 today. That's like my whole life.
Yeah, exactly. She's been growing this hairball. It is.
Makes you want to gag a little.
It does, just by thinking of it. And so here's my question. We can open up the Riot hotline for people to text in.
877-2-RADIO-U.
For me, this is the type of thing that makes me gag just thinking about it. What's something for you that just the thought of it makes you gag?
Oh.
Think about it. Everyone text in at 877-2-RADIO-U on the Riot hotline, and we'll see if we have any good ones here coming up next.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Just talking about a woman in Australia. She's 43 years old, and for over half of her life, for 23 years, she's been collecting her hair after she gets out of the shower, growing it into a giant hairball that is now beach ball size, and she loves to show it off to her friends. It's the type of thing that, for me, it's amazing that I can even talk about it right now, because it makes me gag, it makes me sick just thinking about it. Forget about me seeing the pictures. And so for you, text in 877-2-RADIO-U, things that you gag, get sick just thinking about. 877-2-RADIO-U. You got any, Isaiah, for yourself?
Off the rip, when I think about things that make me gag, and it's not so much the thought. I guess I don't know based off of just thought until it happens, you know?
Yeah.
But I will say that, like, spoiled milk, and I love milk.
Oof.
Spoiled milk is one of those things that you can, if you've smelt it, once you smell it, that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I also think about, like, when I think about a trash can that smells really bad, like a dumpster.
Yeah.
And just a lot of times it's the smells that get to me the most. And so any kind of bad smell is always a go-to auto gag for me.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
One thing that doesn't, shockingly, is when other people throw up. I have no issue with that.
That doesn't bother you?
Doesn't bother me even a little bit.
Sometimes that's a chain reaction for people.
It doesn't bother me at all.
No.
I'm totally okay with that.
Even the sound of people throwing up can bother people. For me, that's not much of anything. Kirk, this kind of beats out the hairball thing. Kirk texted and he said he saw a woman messing with her colostomy bag.
I'm not even sure what that is.
And so thinking about, you don't want to know.
Don't even tell me.
Yeah.
Don't even tell me. I don't want to know. I'm innocent. Don't tell me these things.
What about Connor, who says that the specific Jack Daniels that he drank that got him like way too sick? Like he went overboard with that. Kind of like the same thing. Like a lot of people have a food that if it's the last thing, it didn't make you sick necessarily, but it's the last food you ate before you got sick.
Yes.
And then you started throwing it up. And so then even like you can't eat it. I know for Sydney, I don't know if she's still like this, but peanut butter. And so I guess if you had a bad night with whatever specific alcohol, that could do the same. That could do the same. Yeah, apparently.
Ugh.
Yeah. Any others?
Off the top of the head.
Yeah.
For me, I know another one that people have issue with that I think about many a times is like when people are in like public restrooms.
Yeah.
And you walk in and that smell. Yet again, smell is a big one for me. When you walk into a public restroom or even a porta potty.
Yeah.
Oh, a porta potty. Oh.
Ooh.
I think about a porta potty, and there isn't many places in the world that are more disgusting.
Yeah.
If you can name a place where you're locked into it that you think is more disgusting or is a more gag-worthy place than a porta potty, I think that's probably the worst one that I can even think of.
Really? Because I find myself at ease in porta potties.
You find yourself comfortable in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a second home for you, you could say. For me,
I
porta
spent a
potties.
lot of time in them.
Porta potties for me, a definite no-go.
Justin texted in. He said, thinking about the show Hoarders.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes that includes like people going to the bathroom in buckets and stuff. So that's, and then just saving it. That's worse than saving hair. Even I can admit that.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
On the topic of hair, Glenn says, thinking about this is pulling a hair out after you take a bite of like any kind of food and you realize the hair's in it.
Oh.
Joshua says, someone eating mayonnaise straight up. That is I like mayonnaise, and the thought of just eating a spoonful of mayonnaise.
That's a gag. That just made me gag right then.
Cottage cheese, scraping nails on a chalkboard, and the smell or sound of throw up. These are good ones. We should probably stop.
We need to end the segment.
Let's get out of here.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Here's something interesting about us on the Riot. Neither of us are on Tinder. Different reasons.
True. That is so true.
But I guess you could say neither of us are allowed on Tinder, actually.
That's also true.
Kind of be accurate.
That's also true.
But I have a guy here on Tinder. He's got an interesting tactic. I want to see if you're okay with it. You know, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Very familiar.
Tickets or not. I wouldn't say they're hard to come by because I heard just anybody who wants to go seems to be going.
I know some people who wanted to go that couldn't go.
Missed out.
That they couldn't go. Yeah.
Me.
You. My brother went and saw her.
Yeah. And if he could make it,
then anyone can
get in. But still, they're expensive. So if you can get one for free, you go for it, right?
Every time.
This guy on Tinder has a spare ticket to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. And so he posted it as one of his pics on Tinder and said, need a date for Taylor. Thought I better start looking.
Savage.
Yeah.
What a way. Also, you may be attracting the wrong crowd. Not that I don't like Taylor Swift fans, but I'm saying they might be not gold digging you, but what is it, Taylor Swifting you?
Yeah. Well, it could be an aggressive first date, you know?
It's a crazy first date to take her to Taylor Swift. You would hope that would be like your third or fourth date. You got to meet her before you take her straight there.
Yeah. One, she's going to be more focused on Taylor than you.
Way more.
So that's not going to...
You're not going to get to know each other
Actually,
either.
maybe you could use that to your advantage if you suck.
That's true.
Like,
if you don't have much...
I could get a second date out of this.
If you don't have much personality, you just need to memorize every Taylor Swift song, and you need to go to this concert with this 10 out of 10, and you just sing the songs. Barely speak to her.
Yeah.
Barely talk.
That's an idea. Now, the question is, though, for Taylor Swift, a lot of people like to get there real early, be a part of the experience. So how early do you get there? And then you do have to do some entertaining. And
you don't want to have stress. It's a lot of stress. Have you ever been going to a concert, a festival, a sporting event?
Yep.
You know, trying to get inside, what time to get there, traffic, parking. There's a lot of stresses there. Security. There's and even just having the tickets available on your phone. There's so many stresses that could happen from leaving the house to sitting down in your seats that I think especially on a first date, that's a lot of pressure, especially if you're the one with the tickets because you're large and in charge.
Yeah.
So if you start messing things up left and right, and all of a sudden you guys are walking in as she's 3 songs into the concert, your date's not going to be happy.
Yeah.
Whether it was free or not.
Yeah. Still, you've messed it up. You gotta make sure you have everything mapped out, planned out perfectly. All that said, though, I think, he's got a clear leg up on it, like, because there's all kinds of guys on Tinder. Most of them not probably getting a whole ton of swipe rights on them. And this is a way to give him a leg up. So I don't have a problem with it. I just think it is, as many dates are, but this one particularly, it's just fraught with danger.
There's a lot of possible outcomes that aren't going in your favor, but at the same time, you're going to get a ton of matches.
Yeah, you are.
If a girl's even considering you, even thinking it's a maybe, she's swiping right.
Yeah.
To at least comment on the tickets.
And just to have a few extra ladies, a few extra options that actually, again, will actually even engage with you for a moment. That's something that a lot of guys don't ever get the chance to have.
And you only have so many more days to live this up because once the concert's passed, you're back to every other guy.
Yep.
Oh, hi there.
This worst of the riot.
Crank that up.
Radio U.
It's now official that not only are the writers on strike in Hollywood, now so are the screen actors.
Here we go.
It was announced yesterday, the Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA. I have no idea what AFTRA stands for. Is that like, I don't know, before and after? I don't know, but
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you could. It could be solved easily with a Google. But Fran Drescher, the nanny herself, said that it is with great sadness that we came to this crossroads. Oh, she's the president, by the way. We are the victims here. I am shocked by the way that people we have been in business with are treating us.
Listen to this. So SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild of American Federation of Television and Radio Artists.
Ooh. So wait, are we on strike? We didn't even realize?
I could have not come in today on my birthday.
We can demand more money?
I didn't even know that was allowed.
Better accommodations?
I didn't even know that was allowed. I've never considered a strike.
Yeah.
I've never even been a part of one.
No.
Have you ever strucken? I've never struck.
I've never struck.
I've never struck either.
I've never been a part of a union.
It could be exciting.
I don't know. It sounds exciting until you realize that you have to also not get paid until the strike is over.
So that's how it works? They just stop paying you when you stop showing up?
Yeah. That's exactly how it works.
So every radio artist is in today.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know what kind of radio artists are still involved in the SAG-AFTRA, but I do know that any prominent Hollywood actor is going to be on strike. They say this is the first time in like over 60 years that both the writers and the actors have been on strike at the same time. And did you know this? The last time that the Screen Actors Guild went on strike for more than like a little bit of time, for like a meaningful amount of time, Ronald Reagan was the president. And I don't mean president of the United States of America. I mean, he was the president of the Screen Actors Guild.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He is. I mean, people know this, right? That Ronald Reagan was an actor.
I mean, obviously.
So it's going back a long time since the last time that we've had a strike like this. And all that leads you to imagine that it will probably be resolved pretty quickly, right?
You would think so. Because you can't really do much without writers or actors.
Yeah. Yeah, your options become very limited.
The strike is 100% necessary and 100% deserved. That's the thing that's really caught me up.
What do you mean?
Like, why are we striking?
Well, I think you have to remember this. Obviously, like, let's take, for example, Chris Pratt. Does he need to go on strike? Probably not. He's making plenty of money, right?
I would think that he's making a killing currently.
But the Screen Actors Guild, when you take into account that it's including everybody from Chris Pratt and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Denzel Washington, all the way down to the people that play like side roles on the Marvel TV show, or even lower than that. Like some TV show they make for Shudder or something like that.
You're talking like a Netflix original.
Yeah. And not one of the popular ones.
Yeah.
And you're like a side actor in that. You're a part of this too. Those people probably aren't making. I can imagine why they would say, maybe I need more money. I don't know how much they get paid, but I can imagine if you're not making millions upon millions and Netflix is, then you're like, I think I should make more.
See, I get the whole strike thing. I get you want to make more money. But if you asked anybody, any of our listeners, let's relate to the listeners here. Anybody who's driving to work right now and you're making your way into work, like if you had the choice, you'd like to make more money too. Everybody feels like they're not getting paid enough.
Yeah.
And these actors who are making a ton of money, I just don't feel bad for you. I don't.
I guess that's the cool part of a union, though, is that everybody, because if just one of us was like, I feel like I should make more money, I'm not coming to work till I get more money, we probably just get fired.
Yeah.
But if all of us did it,
if we all stop showing
what
up,
choice do they have?
What can they do?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.